renovating your bathroom, it's really important to make sure you start by identifying the style you're wanting to achieve. That way you can bring it throughout the bathroom in the finishes, fixtures and fittings. One of my favourite styles at the moment is the current day spa trend. This is all about using nature as inspiration, so we're using materials like timber and stone and all of the nice natural textures that are found in nature. The day spa trend is all about creating a relaxing oasis in your own home. So choose a freestand bath like this one here in an organic form. When you're selecting your vanity, make sure you try and choose something that's got a bench top in timber or stone, and the countertop basin is also lovely in organic forms as well. Another favourite style is the hotel-inspired trend. It's about creating a luxury 5-star destination in your own bathroom. It should feel trendy, moody and sophisticated, and you can achieve that by starting with the monochrome colour palette. So you can see here the black and the white with touches of metallic gives it a real sense of luxury. I'm here with Loren Ingles from Reece to talk about the latest bathroom trends from the ISH Fair in Europe. So, what is the ISH Fair?
Okay, thanks Arielle. Well, the International Sanitation and Heating Fair is held in Frankfurt, Germany every 2 years. Reece has been travelling to the fair for around 20 years now. It's basically a platform for all the world leaders in sanitation to sort of show off their wares, if you will, so new products, innovation and design.
What do you sort of foresee as the next big trend coming through?
Well, I think overall, if we look at across the board all the trends that have come through the pipeline, I think it's more about a shift in the space itself. So looking at the bathroom through a new lens, going from the clinical and cold through to an emotional and connected space. And we can certainly see evidence of that in trends like your hotel-inspired, day spa, but all the products that fall under those banners as well.
And as far as technology goes, I'm seeing a lot of the sensory experiences coming through. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Definitely, sensory experience is all in vogue. So we're talking about perhaps more in showering technology, so looking at sort of different spray patterns versus lighting versus temperature versus pressure, and certainly anything that's hands-free in the sensor departments, all the rage.
So what was the standout trend that really spoke to you in particular?
Well, I'd have to say that smart toilets and fine lines were the leading trends, so just to unpack them for you. Smart toilets, so everything from integrated in-wash to bidet style technologies, so washing and drying, night lights, that sort of thing, perhaps more so in like the integrated pan setting. Rimless technology, so we'll see a bit of that through hotel and commercial sectors. In regards to fine lines, the real wow factor here was in the technology of material itself. Market leaders Loren and Rocker displayed or presented to market their sapphire ceramic and fine ceramic, which really enables them to achieve beautiful fine designs, perhaps more so seen in the basin category.
In the interior design realm, a lot of metallics are coming through in the materials and finishes, and how does that translate in the bathroom scene?
Metallics was a leading trend at the fair, definitely. We're already seeing indications of this in the Australian market, so requests for this style, perhaps mostly in tapware we would have seen on show. The best example of this trend was in an Alape washstand where they had a beautiful fine ring of gold around the edge, and it was just very subtle. I think you really can be over the top with this trend, so less is more.
And as far as colour palettes go, what were the main tones and colours coming through at the moment?
Well, it was definitely a muted colour palette, so and looking at more industrial sort of styling and colours, so everything from your more darker greys through to light greys through to really earthy tones, which was quite interesting, but we did already see a bit of a lead into this from Milan Fair last year.
And I've also seen a lot of sort of pastels coming in, as well as sort of, you know, you've got the pale pinks and those dusty colours. Is that sort of coming out in tapware as well as basins, or is it mainly sort of ceramics?
We're seeing it mostly in ceramics at this stage. There will be sort of, I guess, powder coated or coloured tapware to reflect this. Mostly at the fair though, it was more in line with metallic trend.
And as far as lighting goes, what role does that play in bathrooms?
It's interesting that you asked that, Arielle, actually. We do see that it's the first time that people are actually really starting to ask the question, how can we improve the space? And I think that, again, it's a tip of the cap to emotion in the bathroom space. So yes, we do need those sort of brighter lights so we can see what we're doing with our makeup. But again, we like to create that moody scene where we're going to have a lovely bubble bath and a glass of wine, perhaps. So perhaps more so in the form of pendant lighting to create those moods. But definitely a feature of the bathroom space today.
Can you tell us a bit more about your background in the interior design industry and how you got into the bathroom field?
Sure, I was always really passionate about interior design, so I finally took it upon myself to put myself into college. So studied a diploma of interior design and worked for Reece as a bathroom life consultant. From there I started working for their projects team in Brisbane, and here I am today, absolutely crazy about the bathroom space.